But I'm really looking at the Texas and Arkansas game because Texas does look a lot better than what we expected. We talked about Oklahoma started a little slow. We'll talk about Iowa State playing Iowa, how they kind of struggled against Northern Iowa, who I thought was just a basketball school, to be honest with you. But Texas and Arkansas, there you have it right there. Defeated Louisiana, who a lot of people thought, like you said, Louisiana Lafayette was going to come out and make it a much closer game. But I was one of those guys, and Texas proved me wrong. Bijan Robinson, 24 touches, 176 yards, and 2 touchdowns. You're not going to slow that guy down. Only thing you can do is try to contain him. That doesn't work half the time. But then Texas, old Sarkisian showing he has a defense back. That's the one thing that impressed me. Now, they do travel to Arkansas. You play anywhere in the SEC, it's going to be tough. And Arkansas's got a stout defense. They create a lot of turnovers. That's who they've been the last few years. Ask Matt Corral, who threw like 6 picks there last year. One of his worst games ever. Now, Sarkisian, you go into a house environment, you know exactly what it's like. It's been since 2008 since you've beaten Arkansas in this
2008,
rivalry.
and Arkansas has beaten Texas in that time frame. They beat them in 2014 in a bowl game. So definitely some like I said, some craziness. Sam Pittman is going to be over there just sweating buckets and yelling and screaming at people, yelling "Yes, sir" the whole time, getting all that kind of stuff going. So
do the same thing. It's
going to be a crazy atmosphere in Fayetteville. Donovan, what's it look like in the trenches between these two teams? Everybody talks about Bijan Robinson. Arkansas has all 5 of their starters back from last year in terms of up front.
Yeah. I mean, Josh, you hit it on the head on the nail, right? They're a tough team, right? And we know that they bring toughness-wise from their defense. But again, to have all 5 linemen back, you can see it like in the way they play. I understand they played Rice, like they're the big bad SEC, and they didn't beat up on Rice as much as they should or some other SEC. But you can see it in the way they play up front in both those trenches, right? Especially in the O-line. You see that toughness and that culture. I'm excited to see how they're going to take it to Texas, in this kind of renewed historical matchup, right, with Texas allegedly back. Who knows? Arkansas is a team that's kind of been up on a little bit on the rise, almost like the Rutgers. Arkansas was down in the dirt for a while. Them and Rutgers kind of have a similar trajectory, at least kind of their bounce back.
Chad Morris happened. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they had to wash the Chad Morris off of them, and now the Arkansas is getting back to respectability a little bit. But did you just hear the disdain in Donovan's voice when he said the big bad SEC? Man, just so much Big Ten hatred coming out of it.
Roll that beautiful bean footage of the national championship game.
You can feel the vitriol coming out against the SEC there. But no, I agree. This is going to be a rocking matchup, something that the fans at DWR Stadium have been looking forward to for a long time. Sam Pittman he's gone from the coach that nobody wanted at Arkansas to the coach that they know that they needed. And he's really embraced that community, has a lot going on. So you couldn't have 2 more different head coaches, I don't think, in Sark and Pittman there, but it's going to be a very unique matchup. One thing to point out, Arkansas struggled on special teams last week against Rice. That's kind of why they had a punt blocked. They had a fumble on a kickoff return. So some things uncharacteristic. Scott Fountain, the special teams coach at Arkansas, has got to get that corrected going into this week. Make sure everything's shored up there. But it is Hudson Card's first start on the road.
Yeah,
on the road.
I want to see more of him. Arkansas had 3 interceptions last week, 2 from Jalen Catalon. Like I said, they forced a lot of turnovers. That's what they're known for in defense. So for me, it's on Card. Like, he can make things look really good and easy for Texas, or he can make it, get interesting in the second half to where Arkansas is keeping it close if he's, throwing some picks.
No doubt. And, your guy, Roman Harper, former Alabama Crimson Tide safety, turned New Orleans Saint and Carolina Panther. He thinks Jalen Catalon's the best defensive back in all of college football. So definitely going to be a good matchup there. They've got Jordan Whittington, big receiver, had 7 catches for 113 yards and a tutty against UL
had a great defense.
Very well coached UL team with Billy Napier there. Guys, just so you know, Billy Napier, he basically turned down the South Carolina job. He turned down the Auburn job to stay at UL. So, that's a well-coached team, and Sark and them ran away with it. Real quick, let's go around and give our picks real quick on Arkansas and Texas.
I'm going to say Texas. It hurts to say 31. I say 31-28.
Donovan?
Yeah, I'll go Texas 34-23.
I think that it's going to be a lower scoring game because I think that Hudson Card will struggle a little bit early because Arkansas is going to make him be the guy. I think they're going to stack the box and try to take away Bijan Robinson first, but I think Bijan Robinson by the end of it is a guy that the more touches he gets, the more he's going to wear out on that defense. And also Bumper Poole not being there for the first half of the game is going to be a big deal. I'll throw that graphic up again. Once again, they lost their starting jack defensive end, Dorian Gerald, to a broken leg. Arkansas did. He played 42 snaps against Rice, and now they've lost him to a broken leg. So that's in the middle of the week. So that's a tough adjustment. I think it's a close game, and the crowd in there in Arkansas keeps it close for a long time. But I'm going to give it to Texas as well, and I think it's going to be a lower scoring type game just because of I think KJ Jefferson and his legs. They're going to run him a lot and try to keep Texas's offense and Sark's scheme off the field. I'm going to go Texas 24-20 over Arkansas.